Hey guys, so now I'm going to discuss about what are the certain conventions or certain rules related to the naming of the data sets or the variables. So these are my data set names. Testing 2 is my data set name, and these are the names of the different variables like student ID, name, age, class. So there are certain conventions, certain rules in SAS related to the naming of these naming. So the first one is these names should always start by alphabet or an underscore. So it should be an alphabet or an underscore. So if I don't write an alphabet and I write one, and then I print it, try to print it, run it, maybe submit it. So and I do this, and you'll see it will give an error. If I go to log, and you see it gave an, yeah, it gave an error. See, it gives an error. So because it doesn't recognize this name, it doesn't understand this name. So that's the first rule. We can, of course, we can put like this. So this is the accepted name, but not this, or uh, uh, any other special characters cannot be used apart from underscore. So only this can be prefixed before the name, underscore. So that's the first rule. Either it should start from alphabet or an underscore. The second rule is there should be no numbers at the first place. Of course, as we just saw, when I put the number at the first place, it was giving an error. So there should be no numbers at the first place. Then the third rule is there is no special characters allowed except underscore. So any special character I cannot put even here. So number I cannot put at the first place, but any other special character apart from underscore, any other special character I cannot put anywhere. So I cannot use any special character anywhere in the name, right? Again, for the numbers, the rule was it cannot be used at the first place. But for special characters, we cannot use it at all, apart from, of course, the underscore. So let's try this at the rate. This is in a special character, and let us try to submit it, and let's see what SAS does. So when we do this, and if we go here in the log, and you will see the SAS is again giving an error. It doesn't recognize this name, right? So yeah. So that was the third rule, and the fourth rule is uh, the maximum number of characters should be 32. In the name, the maximum number of characters should be 32. That's the fourth rule. So four rules. Uh, it should always start from alphabet or an underscore. Second rule, there should be no number at the first place. Third rule, no special characters are allowed except underscore. And the total number of characters in the name should be 32, not more than 32. Right? These are the four rules we should remember. There are two exceptions to it. I'll just mention those. So as I said that there are no special characters allowed. So usually it gave error, it gives an error if we include special character. But if we give space in between, again space, you can say it's a special character. So if we give a space in between, it won't give an error, or in fact it will create two databases, two data sets by the name of these two, test and ing2. So by space, it will understand, SAS will understand that we are trying to make two data sets with the same data, so by different names. So space basically uh, tells SAS that these are two different names separated by space. So we want two data sets. So that's the exception, and plus there's another exception is this one. So when we use null underscore. So in this case also, although it looks like a valid name, but null, since it is null, the word is null, so SAS will understand that we don't want to make a data set, so it won't make a data set. Although it will save the content inside, but it won't save it as a data set. So if I give the name like this, for example, I give the name like this, so it won't save the data set by this name, but it will save the content inside this, not in the data set but in its memory. So not as a data set, as I said. So we can discuss this later in detail in further videos. So as of now, you can just note that there are two exceptions: underscore null underscore. It doesn't consider it as database if the null word is written, and if we give space in between the name, it will understand that there are two data sets name given. So we want to make two data sets, and the names are separated by the space, so it will make two data sets with the same data which is after the first line. So that's about the basically the conventions, the rules for naming the variables or the datasets name. So yeah, thank you as of now.